Manaus is the capital and largest city of the Brazilian state of Amazonas. It is the seventh largest city in Brazil, with an estimated 2020 population of 2,219,580 distributed over a land area of about 11,401 square kilometers. Located at the east center of the state, the city is the center of the Manaus metropolitan area and the largest metropolitan area in the north region of Brazil by urban landmass. It is situated near the confluence of the Negro and Solimões rivers. The city was founded in 1669 as the Fort of São José do Rio Negro. It was elevated to a town in 1832 with the name of Manaus, an altered spelling of the indigenous Manaus peoples, and legally transformed into a city on October 24, 1848, with the name of Cidade da Barra do Rio Negro, Portuguese for the city of the margins of the Black River. On September 4, 1856 it returned to its original name. Manaus is located in the center of the world's largest rainforest, and home to the National Institute of Amazonian Research, being the most important center for scientific studies in the Amazon region and for international sustainability issues. It was known at the beginning of the century as Heart of the Amazon and City of the Forest. Currently its main economic engine is the Industrial Park of Manaus, a free economic zone. The city has a free port and an international airport. Its manufactures include electronics, chemical products, and soap. There are distilling and ship construction industries. Manaus also exports Brazil nuts, rubber, jute and rosewood oil. It has a cathedral, opera house, zoological and botanical gardens, an ecopark and regional and native peoples museums. The Solimões and Negro rivers meet just east of Manaus and join to form the Amazon River. Rubber made it the richest city in South America during the late 1800s. Rubber also helped Manaus earn its nickname, the Paris of the Tropics. Many wealthy European families settled in Manaus and brought their love for sophisticated European art, architecture, and culture with them. Manaus was one of the 12 Brazilian host cities of the 2014 World Cup, as well as one of the 5 subsections of the 2016 Summer Olympics. The name Manaus comes from the native people called Manaus, which means Mother of the Gods. The history of the European colonization of Manaus began in 1499 with the Spanish discovery of the mouth of the Amazon River. The Spanish then continued to colonize the region north of Brazil. Development continued in 1668 to 1669 with the building of the fort of São José da Barra do Rio Negro by the Portuguese in order to ensure its predominance in the region, especially against the Dutch, at that time headquartered in what is today Suriname. The fort was constructed in rock and clay, with 4 cannon guarding the curtains. It continued to function for more than 100 years. Next to the fort there were many indigenous mestizos, who helped in its construction and began to live in the vicinity. The population grew so much that in 1695, the missionaries, but with the governor, Lobo Delmado fearing a Spanish invasion, the seat went back to Lugar da Barra in 1791. Being located at the confluence of the Rio Negro and Amazon rivers, it was a strategic point. On November 13 of 1832, Lugar da Barra was elevated to town status and named Manaus. On October 24 of 1848, under Law 145 of the Provincial Assembly of Pará, it was renamed City of Barra do Rio Negro. On September 4 of 1856 the governor Herculano Ferreira Pena finally gave it the name, Manaus. The Cabanajam was the revolt in which blacks, Native Americans and mestizos fought against the white political elite and took power in 1835. The Cabanajam reduced the population of the then state of Grão-Pará from about 100,000 to 60,000. The involvement of rebels from the upper Amazon in what was originally a movement based in Belém was crucial for the birth of the current state of the Amazon. During the brief period of revolution, the Cabanos of the upper Amazon, bands of rebels, roamed throughout the region, occupying Manaus twice, and in most settlements their arrival was greeted by the non-white population spontaneously joining their ranks, leading to a greater number of adherents to the movement. With that there was an integration of people in the region, thus forming the state. Manaus was at the center of the Amazon region's rubber boom during the late 19th century. For a time, It was one of the gaudiest cities of the world. Historian Robin Furneaux wrote of this period, "No extravagance, however absurd, deterred the rubber barons. If one rubber baron bought a vast yacht, another would install a tame lion in his villa, and a third would water his horse on champagne. The city built a grand opera house, with vast domes and gilded balconies, and using marble, glass, and crystal from around Europe. The opera house cost $10 million. In one season, half the members of one visiting opera troupe died of yellow fever. The opera house,